In the forests of northern Canada, there is a specific kind of hunger that the Algonquian people do not treat as a medical condition. They treat it as an infection. The moment a person isolated in the winter wilderness begins to crave human flesh, before they act on it, before they even admit it, the elders are called. Not a doctor, not a priest, the hunter. Because what has entered that person is already looking out through their eyes, and it is still hungry. The Wendigo is what starvation becomes when it goes far enough. A person stranded in the winter wilderness, facing death, makes a choice. They eat what should not be eaten, and in doing so, they invite something in that does not leave. The body grows, the hunger grows with it, never satisfied, always expanding, the person consuming more and never feeling full. The Wendigo is always starving, no matter what it eats. That is not a side effect. That is the point. That is the punishment. That is what it is. It moves through the northern forest in winter at a speed that should not be possible for something that tall. Witnesses describe it as gaunt, impossibly thin despite its height of 4 to 5 meters, its ribs visible through gray skin pulled tight as bark. Its breath smells of decay from 300 meters away, and it screams, not like an animal. Like a person who has forgotten they were ever a person screaming for something they can still almost remember wanting. Those who have heard the scream in the Canadian wilderness describe the same effect. Every instinct they had dissolved simultaneously. They did not run. They could not run. They simply stood in the snow and waited. In 1878 in northern Ontario, a Cree man named Swift Runner was convicted of murdering and eating his family during a winter of starvation. He was the only member of his party to survive. He was physically healthy at the time of his arrest, well-fed, strong, showing no signs of the starvation that had supposedly killed the others. At his trial, he did not deny what he had done. He said only that by the time he understood what was happening inside him, it was no longer him making the decisions. The court recorded this as madness. The Cree elders who testified at his trial used a different word. They said he had been Wendigo, past tense, as if the thing that committed those acts had already moved on and left Swift Runner behind to answer for it. The Wendigo hunters of the Algonquian people, called Wendigo killers, given that title as a formal designation, were called when the signs appeared in a person before the act. The obsessive thoughts, the loss of appetite for normal food, the dreams of winter and flesh. The hunters did not wait for confirmation. They could not afford to, because the Wendigo inside a person does not announce itself until it is ready. And by the time it is ready, by the time you can see it clearly in someone's eyes, it has already been there long enough that the person you knew is no longer the majority of what is standing in front of you. Bone ground. Every culture buries something.